Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day. It just depends on when you watch this. But right now is evening time. I am Jean Marlo Davis, your host, your speaker for this evening. And Bruce said we're coming in loud and clear. So welcome, 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 guys. I am so excited to be here. Welcome to the Jean Marlo Davis Show, where it's about inspiration, information to impact the nation. It's about us. What? Having total prosperity in every area of our life. That's mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, emotionally, and relationship wise. I am so excited to be here. Today is what? April the what? 29th? Let me double check. I think it's April 30th. And we're getting ready to leave April and jump right into May tomorrow at the time of this broadcast. And guys, I got a lot on my spirit, a lot that I want to talk about. You know, today I just had such a great day, and I was on YouTube earlier, and then I was on Facebook and Instagram, just encouraging people and, playing with some hair and makeup. I did a little makeup for you so I could give you face this evening. That's what I'm doing. So, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Tonight, we're going to talk about COVID-19, stillness in the storm. That's COVID-19, stillness in the storm. What does it mean to you? What have you gotten out of being still in the storm? We know what's all going on. We're social distancing. Some places are opening up, places like where I live in Georgia, but still a lot of business owners are saying, no, you can miss me with it. I'm not opening. No, we're not doing it. Some people did go out, but hey, me and my family, we're not doing it. And a lot of other people that I know that are not doing it, saying, no, we're just not going out there. We're not ready. And so we've just been dealing with a lot of stuff. It's been a lot of things that's been going on in my mind, as well as things that I've seen. And we're going to jump right into it, guys. Go ahead right now. And while you're here, go ahead and share. I go to my YouTube and I check and I look and I say, hey, and I share with a little people, and you share too. I want you to share right quick. Just go here and say, hey, invite some people, guys, so you can definitely share the message as well. So I pulled this up so I can always be able to read your messages live. So let me put this down right here. So I'm going to be reading your messages here. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to interject, just drop it below in the comments. And as I have time, I'll look down and read your comments and things of that nature. I'm going to put it right there so I can see it so I don't forget it. Okay, so let's dive into this, guys. We're talking about COVID-19, stillness in the storm. The question that I've asked myself, as well as I ask you, what have you learned so far being still? being shut down, not being able to go out, not being able to see your friends or your family, being in the home with your spouse and your kids. And if you get into a disagreement, you can't just go storm out the door, can you? You can't just go jump in the car, can you? And just drive off. Some people might, I'm hearing reports of domestic violence up 25%. I'm hearing so many different things, guys, and I want to talk about being in this stillness. And I'm going to use myself as example. And I want you, as I go along with this, I want you to ask yourself the same questions. Go right now, hurry up. Go grab a pen and paper. While you do that, I'm going to take a sip of water. So go right now, grab a pen and paper so you can go ahead and take copious notes and you can write these questions down. Go grab a pen and paper right now. I'm going to be right here. I'm just going to drink some water. Okay, you got 10 seconds. Come on. Come on. Let's get the pen and paper. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go. We're rocking with it. So, first thing you need to write down, what have I learned being still in this silence? Okay, so, the serenity prayer comes to me. I was talking to my husband about this and I said, man, in this storm, while we're going through this and we're living through this every day, what comes to me is the serenity prayer. And the serenity prayer says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Pause on that one. Accept the things I cannot change. No, it's not going to go back to the normal that you think is going to go back. Cannot change that. I cannot change who's over the CDC. I cannot change who the president is. I cannot change all the stuff that's being done that I don't know, right? Conversations, meetings, things of that nature. I can't change that. So why sit up here and share all these negative videos and the conspiracy theory? And we'll get into it. We'll get into that. So God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change the things I can, which is going to lead me to the question in just a minute that I'm going to ask after that. Courage to change the things I can, right? And wisdom to know the difference. Man, we should all have this in our bathroom, because the minute you wake up in the morning, I know some of you might say a prayer, some of you may not, but the minute you go and you grab this phone and you look at all the constant negative news on social media, and man, there you go, starting your day off like that. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. So when I say change the things I can, this is what I ask myself. You're having a conversation with Jean Marlo Davis here, but you're having a conversation with my subconscious and conscious mind. When I talk to myself, I said, what do I have control over? I have control over my mind. I have control over my body. I have control over my spirit. And I have control over my actions. So, these are the things that I have control over. I don't have control over the media. I don't have control over what President Trump is doing, what the CDC is doing, what Governor Kemp is doing and saying and things of that nature. And guys, oh my God, before I go into talking about the mind, you guys got to stop sharing all this negative mess. No wonder a lot of people are depressed. No wonder people are breaking into arguments. No wonder people are walking around in fear and doubt and insecurity. People like myself, we understand what's going on. We understand that there's a reset. We understand that this is the time for me to be better in my life in specific ways. Time for me to dive into myself and work on myself, mind, body, and soul. We understand that. And I had to tell someone today, I love them very much. I had to tell them today when they sent me a video of something crazy. I said, listen, I love you, but please don't send me no more negative stuff, because guess what? Do you have control over that which you're sending? Absolutely not. But what do you have control over? Your mind, body, and soul. So that has me to dive down to, how am I doing mentally? Write that down for yourself. How are you doing mentally? For me, how am I doing mentally? I pay attention to what I'm watching, what I'm listening to, what I'm reading, who I'm talking to. I remember one of my mentors said, thoughts are things. You become what you think about. What is our thoughts affected by? Is affected by what we're watching, what we're reading, what we're listening to, who we're hanging around. So when you begin to start introducing all these negative thoughts, all these negative energies, all this negative news, you can only imagine what you're creating for yourself. Thoughts become things. You're so scared about, oh God, am I going to get it this way? Am I going to get it that way? You're drawing these things to yourself. Understand that. Think about, you know what? I am protected. It will not come nigh me. I'm going to be intelligent. I'm going to have wisdom. I'm going to act accordingly. And I'm going to break through this madness. I'm going to be just fine. You have to start thinking like that. And so then you got to start working on your mental. What are you watching, man? I make sure, I told my husband, now I have to make sure, along with learning new things about my business, how to grow my business, brand my business, learning. I'm still very, very new with this social media stuff. I'm learning a whole lot. I know what works for me. I'm able to teach it. Other people are able to implement it and make money from it. But I'm still learning, always scaling up, scaling. So what am I watching? I'm watching things that help me to grow my business. I'm watching things that's helping me spiritually, helping me to, embrace what this time is and understand what I need to be doing in this time. I'm talking to people who are positive and encouraging, talking to people who we're uplifting one another. We're challenging one another, being around people, social distancing, but being around people in my circle that we check on one another. We see what they're doing. We're true to one another. We're encouraging one another, being with my family, loving up on my family, loving up on my husband, my grandkids. It's indeed a blessing. So I'm talking to those who really in this time, I find myself really being drawn to people who are strong, people who are problem solvers, people who are believing, really, really have a strong relationship with God. And we reiterate to one another where we are in this time, what's happening in this time, what we need to be doing. And we draw strength from one another. And it just helps me so much, because I know for myself that I cannot allow myself to be plugged into some constant negative news. I can't allow myself to do that. So I got to make sure that I meditate and I pray and I work on myself, and which leads me to talking about spiritually. So I said, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Bruce, see if you could get some calm music added to it. Can you find some calm music? Play some calm music added to the broadcast. If not, don't worry about it. Last time we did a spiritual show, I like to, if I have to go find it right here, I will. Bruce said too much negativity. But courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. What do I have control over? You're supposed to write these things down. If not, don't worry about it, Bruce. We had that little purple phone. Yeah. My mind, my body, my spirit, my actions. Ask myself that. That's what I have control over. How am I doing mentally? What am I listening to? What I'm watching, what I'm speaking, what I'm hearing. These are the things that really, really work on you. And you got to be honest with yourself. I'm just really, really, when you jump on here, I want to hear, what are you learning in the stillness of COVID-19? COVID-19, stillness in the storm. That's what we're talking about today. And I'm sharing with you conversations that I have with myself. And I was saying that serenity prayer constantly come up, constantly in my mind, for me to be able to identify what I can work on, what I can change versus what I can't. And what I can't, I get at to God. I don't have time for that. I'm not going to stress myself out and just sit around here, be depressed and just in a mess, and not taking this time to really download the information that my Father has for me and the way that I need to move. So spiritually, now, being connected to God through prayer and worship. Okay. I pray. I was already praying every day anyway. When people ask me what's my schedule, I get up in the morning. Of course, you take care of your personal hygiene. I pray. And then after I do a prayer, I stretch and I meditate. After I stretch and meditate, I work out. After I work out, of course, guys, hydrate, take my vitamins, and then I have some little coffee, and then my bishop, he'll pray at 9 o'clock. So I'll jump on with them at 9 and pray with them after I've already taken my shower and things of that nature, and have my coffee and pray with them. And then I do some personal development. I read my affirmations, and I'm ready to start my day. I need that every day. I need that schedule, especially because, see, I've been working at home. I work at home. I've been working at home. I haven't worked a job in 19 years. So being at home, I have an office downstairs, studio upstairs. I'm able to work anywhere. Sometimes I take my laptop into the living room, put on the screen on the TV so I can just have some background noise, and I go to work, whether I'm doing marketing or I'm consulting with someone, or I'm doing someone's taxes or whatever I need to do. It helps me. So it helps me to have a schedule, but spiritually being connected to God through prayer and worship, plugging into the word, what God wants me to do at this time, listening. Oh my God, our Bishop William Murphy, he did a sermon Sunday that was so powerful that it put on my spirit that Sunday's message, that I'm going to study that for a few weeks, because it talked about leadership. It talked about being out front. It talked about what you need to work on, what you need to change. So I'm just talking about me. I'm just talking about what I have learned in the stillness, and how I'm learning and how I'm adjusting and what I'm doing. And I know that I have to work on my mind, keep my mind focused on positive things. I know for me, prayer is essential, just like essential workers. Prayer for me is essential. So prayer and meditation and working out, that's very essential for me. It just makes me feel good. When you work out, you have those endorphins, and it just feels good for me, especially in the time that we're in. Like I mentioned, our bishop, every week I plug into him and the message that he gives to the Dream Center Church of Atlanta. And meditation, I'm learning how to meditate, how, even if it's just a minute, I start off with the attitude of gratitude, thinking about everything that I'm grateful for. I focus on that. And then I begin to breathe, inhale and exhale, and allow my mind to go clear, and to just be able to receive any message that my God, my Father has for me. Now, this is what I do for me, what I'm learning. Okay. Now, then we talk about physically. I'm working out. And I'm eating right. I cook more. And I know sometimes I don't feel like cooking. A couple of days out the week, Bruce will cook. I thank God for it. He's an excellent, excellent cook. God just blessed me. But physically stretching, meditating, working out. It feels so good. And it feels good too for me to stretch in the morning before I work out, but before I go to bed at night to really stretch. I find myself when I do that at night, I wake up in the morning, I feel not sore, I feel good, I feel energetic, I feel like I'm ready to take on the day. Guys, we're talking about COVID-19, stillness in the storm. What is it that you are learning and doing to help you during this time in the storm? My name is Jean Marlo Davis. I am a wealth creator, and welcome to the Jean Marlo Davis Show. Every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's about information, inspiration to impact the nation. We're helping you with total prosperity in every area of your life. That's mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, emotionally, and relationship wise. So now we're talking about the stillness in the storm during this time of madness. What are you doing? What are you listening to? What are you learning? And I want to finish this up, and then the latter part of this show, I'm going to reveal some other stuff. Make sure if you have a comment, you drop it below. If you watch the replay, put in the comment hashtag replay. Leave your comments, leave your questions. I need to hear from you. And guess what? We're going to be giving away some gift cards, $50 worth of gift cards. We're going to be giving away, I think it's which ones we're giving away this week. It's either gift cards or cash app. Whoever leaves a comment, really leave a good question or whatever, we're going to pick you and we're going to cash app you $50. How about that? Okay, so emotionally, this is good. Really asking myself, how am I really doing? How am I really doing? Because during this time, during the storm, in the stillness, how am I really doing? Because a lot of times we'll say that we're okay, and we may not be okay. And I was talking to I was doing a show last week or the week before, and I was talking about really talking to your kids, asking how they're doing. And that led me because I heard about a 15-year-old girl committing suicide because of the social distancing and being locked in. And so I just, after that show, I think that next week, I asked myself, Jean, how are you really doing? And I found for me that I'm doing great and I'm on target with my goals. The only time I slip is when I start allowing myself to get inundated with the news. I'm telling you, oh my God, when I sit up there and I watch the news or just on social media, all the negative stuff, then I start feeling a certain type of way. And my husband, he'll always ask me, well, what you been watching? Who you been talking to? This, that, and the other when he see me, because he knows that most of the time I'm positive, I'm outgoing, I'm working on, of course we get bored. Sometimes you can get bored because, okay, I'm done with work. I really would like to go somewhere. I really would like to go out and chill with my friends. I'm not superwoman in that. I would like to go chill out with my friends, go on the date night out of the house with my husband, be able to be around my grandchildren the way I want to, be able to travel. We was about to have a supercharge coming up. We had to postpone that. Our anniversary coming up May the 30th, where we can't go on the ship, want to be on the ship with our son. So now we had to create something different for us. But emotionally, I'm readjusting just like you. I'm praying. I feel good as long as I do not allow myself. Okay, it is. Let me see. Hold 1 second, guys. Oh, that's nice, Bruce. I like that. My husband is so awesome. So, as long as I do not allow myself to get involved with so much negativeness, I don't allow myself to get into negative conversations, watch the negative news. I'm not talking about not being informed. Yes, we're informed. We know that Governor Kim opened up, but baby, we didn't open up. We said I'm not going to go get my nails done. I'm not going to go get my feet done. I'm not going to go get my hair done by somebody. I can do my own hair. I can, do my own makeup if I want makeup. I'm giving it to you tonight. I can do whatever I want to do. Some of the things that a lot of times is laziness. I learned that, right? It's laziness. We don't want to do it. And I learned that, you know what? I can do it. So it's a lot that we're learning in the stillness. But for me, I think I am okay. I am okay when I don't allow myself to get caught up in negative news over and over and over, and somebody sends this and somebody sends that, and somebody want to talk about this, and oh, what about that? I think that it goes back to that serenity prayer for me to be able to identify what am I in control of, what I can change versus what I can't change. And what I can't change, I pray about it, I fuss about it, I cry about it, I talk to my husband about it, and then I give it to God. And I was, like I said, I was talking to emotionally, asking myself how I'm doing, and I put down on a piece of paper how I was doing and what I was feeling. And like I told my daughter last night, 2 weeks ago, it's funny because it was for all of us 2 weeks ago. I was just like angry about everything. I was angry what we were going through, feeling like we're being lied to, feeling like we're being jerked, feeling like we're being manipulated, feeling like we're being abused, right, Bruce? Just feeling like we're just being used in a sense. That's what, and being told lies and false propaganda and things of that nature, and me not being able to have any control of that. That was 2 weeks ago. I was just really like, and then I brought myself into center. I began to pray. I began to meditate. I began to read the word of God, and then really, really fast and meditate. And it helped me to really get an understanding what's really going on and how this is the best opportunity for us to be in. There's a reset going on. A lot of breakthroughs are going to happen. A lot of great things are happening right now. Guys, that's another conversation I can have with you at another time. I'm going to have a firewood chat with you guys on Zoom. We're going to get a little wine. We're going to talk about some things. I'll tell you about that when we're going to make that happen. So really asking myself how I'm doing, evaluating myself, evaluating my husband, talking to him, and then talking to my children and my grandchildren. And I was talking to all my kids, said the same thing about 2 weeks ago. They wasn't doing, they was angry, frustrated, irritated about what happened. And then they began to follow, really, really go to their foundation in prayer as mommy raised them, and talking to one another, working on projects, learning new things, developing new things, working on business, just keeping that mind occupied with things that can help them in the future, looking at where we're going to be in the future and planning for that, working on that, and not allowing ourselves to get caught up in all the madness that's going around. Okay, we're talking about COVID-19, stillness in the storm. What have you learned? What are you learning right now? If you are on here watching, guys, leave a comment. If you do the replay, leave a comment. Let us know that you're watching this. Relationships. What I've learned is I'm really evaluating relationships. What does it mean to me to have, the right relationship? We was having a conversation last night with our daughter, me and Bruce, and we were saying sometimes your circle gotta sometimes be a dot, but a strong dot indeed. People that you can rely on, people that love you, and not people who make excuses, because people who say, I've always been this way, nobody's going to change me, you just have to accept me, You have the right to have in your circle those who can reciprocate love, responsibility, duty, respect, honor. You have the right for that. Don't settle for a friendship or a relationship that do not reciprocate the love that you're giving. because you don't want to be in a relationship that all it is a take, and they're never around when the hard things happen, right? They have an excuse for it, right? They don't call and check on you. They don't see how you doing, but you find yourself on the other end calling, checking on them, looking out for them, doing. That's not a relationship. At least for me, that's not a relationship I want to be in. So when I look at what's important to me, what I'm learning in the stillness of the storm, what's important to me is, and it's very simple, is God, family, and then my business. God, family, and business in just that order. You know, I pray and ask God to help me to be a better wife, a better mother, a better grandmother, a better businesswoman, a better student, a better auntie, a better sister, all these things. I'm praying always, constantly, that God help me to be transformed, restored, and renewed. And also making sure that with that, because I feel I have a great heart, with that, not allowing myself to be used and abused just because you care about somebody, just because you care about their well-being. Sometimes there's got to be a degree of separation, and I feel even God showed us that with the stillness, with shutting down everything, that there had to be a degree of separation. We can't even really be with one another the way we want to, touch each other like we want to. You know, I know for a long time, a lot of people are going to be afraid to give hugs. What? Be afraid to high five. Be afraid to shake. You know, we'll be doing like this for we're Wakanda forever. That's what we'll be doing. Because we're like, no, I ain't doing that, baby. No shaking hands. Bruce, love for coming. So, when I think about this, guys, when I think about the stillness, what am I learning? I'm learning what's really, really important. And you should be writing this down. What are you learning? What's really important to me is my family, impacting 1 billion lives, educating, training, motivating people, my clients, my friends, those that I hold near and dear. That's what's important to me, to be a better woman, you know, to get better, to give quality service, to go the extra mile, to be a better listener. And I'm gonna get to the sexy stuff in a minute. I'm gonna get to the sexy stuff. What else I'm learning in my stillness, baby? So evaluating relationship. Evaluate the relationships you have. I heard that they said domestic violence is up 25%. Because people are frustrated, irritated, agitated. They sick and tired of being stuck in the house. They don't want to be stuck in the house. And so I guess they're arguing, bickering. I don't know. And, you know, guys, if you're experiencing that, please, in the name of God, get help. I don't have the domestic violence number, but you can Google it and get the help that you need. Do not stay in a relationship where someone is beating you down, where somebody is threatening your life. And I know a lot of times you might say, well, you know, what did I do? We're social distancing. You know, I can't go in my aunt's house. I can't do this and that. Guys, listen, there's a phone number that you could call. You can Google, and I guarantee you that you have somebody that you can call that would allow you to be with them. And if not, there's so many resources out there. I mean, you just cannot stay. We don't want to lose you to domestic violence during this COVID-19. Okay. Another thing we're talking about learning in the stillness is to ask and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall open. Ask and you shall receive. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. To evaluate what you're asking for. What are you asking for? Okay. Are you asking? Because a lot of you aren't asking. You got to ask. That's why I believe in prayer. To ask the hard questions. Like, God, what's going on? What do you want me to do? How should I move in this time? Ask. Seek. Seek the answers that you're looking for. Actually seek it, guys. Ask, seek, knock, and the door shall be open. These are the things that you got to do. You got to write down your goals. You got to ask for it. You got to seek the knowledge. You got to be willing to walk through the door. You got to be willing to be able to change what you know you absolutely need to change. This is such a great time for us to go within ourselves, mind, body, and soul, and work on ourselves. Look at our family dynamic. We run so much. We run so much after the materialistic stuff. We're running here, we're running there, we're praising this person, praising that person, looking at everybody else, not even allowing yourself to look at your own greatness. See, I believe God is doing something phenomenal, that He's allowing you to reconnect to Him, right? To get to know who you are and what He wants you to do in this time. I'm telling you right now, that's what I am so excited about in the stillness of the storm. In the stillness of the storm, I'm learning more and more about me, my talents, my skills, my ability, embracing my femininity even more, embracing the sexiness of me, and embracing that women energy, the sophisticated woman that lies within, being who I supposed to be unapologetically, not worrying about what somebody's going to say, what somebody's going to do, what somebody's going to think, but really embracing the totality of Gene, mind, body, and soul. And it feels good. It feels good, the transformation that is going on in the inside of me. I know my husband can see it. Do you see it, Bruce?
I do see it.
You see it? It feels good, because I'm going to tell you something. I was meditating the other day. And all these ideas just started coming to me. And I got to start meditating, have a notepad next to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, wait a minute, I had to get up, and I broke meditation and to go write some of these things down. Ideas that was coming to me, books that was coming to me, sessions that was coming to me. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta get this stuff down. And I'm so excited, because when you're in the stillness, when you're in the darkness, birth happens. A rebirth is happening. I hope in this stillness you are learning more and more about yourself. You're embracing your talents and your skills, your abilities. You're learning more about you and how you can be of service to others. That's what I'm so excited about. Just being a service to others and being a better version. And I want to tell you this too. As you begin to work on yourself, as you begin to get better and walk in your authority, there's going to be people who don't like it, because they want to remind you of who you used to be pre-COVID-19, not who you are post-COVID-19. Okay, there's going to be people who it remind me of when what's his name, the golf, Tiger Woods had won the U.S. Open. He hadn't played in a while. He got in trouble, got locked up, all kind. The madness that happened a few years ago. And then he got back into, the game, and he won. And then some little fool came up with a T-shirt on, Bruce, showing his mug shots. Had a T-shirt on with his mug shot. Just want to remind him who he was. And Tiger smiled at him. I think he even shook his hand and went on to the next person and kept going. And there's going to be people who are going to look at you like, how dare you think that you have the authority to do this? How qualified are you in this? When did you become qualified? Baby, I was qualified when God called me. Uh-oh, I gotta take a sip on that. Uh-oh. Mm. I was qualified when God called me. God called the qualified, and I rose my hand. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't need nobody to qualify me other than my Lord. And so that's what's happening. That's what I pray, that a lot of you guys that are sitting down today, who have been felt like you've been beat up, felt like you don't deserve the best, felt like you got to run behind people asking for autographs all the damn time, and can you take a picture with me? Feeling less, feeling like you're looking for someone to deliver you. You're already delivered. You're already delivered. There's some great things that should be going on inside of you right now. And when I think about being in the stillness of the storm, a question reigns supreme. What do I need to improve on? What do I need to improve on? How do I get better? What is it that God is saying to me in this time? Remember, I said ask. Ask the questions. Who am I? What am I supposed to be doing? What is the message that you want me to give? How do I move in this time? When this is over, when this coronavirus, COVID-19 thing is over, what's my steps? What should I be doing to be able to seize the positions and opportunities that's going to be available? What do I need to do right now? Not when it's over, right now. What do I need to do? See, what I've been learning is that I'm more powerful than I thought I was. I'm more skilled than I thought I was. I'm more loving than I thought I was, more caring. I have a big heart. I care deeply for people. I've learned that I'm a sponge. I learned that I'm dedicated and I'm determined and unbreakable. I learned that I am a person who wants to share the good news. I want to share the good news. I want to help others. I'm not, what's so funny to me is that I always knew I was going to be wealthy. I always knew it. But I've always been a person that shared to the point that my mom was like, Lord Jesus, you become wealthy, I'm scared you're going to be broke because you're going to be sharing this, that, and the other. Well, Mom, we got that. We straight with that. God don't bless us to go through some things and see some things, right, babe, that won't be happening. And I thank God for that. But I've learned a lot of things in the stillness of this storm. And one thing that I have learned as I get ready to wrap this up, one thing I've learned is that scripture reigns supreme in my head, that he will give us the peace that surpasses all understanding. Peace, be still. I told my son the other day when I woke up, I heard this voice say, be still and know that I am God. I heard it just like somebody was in the room with me. And I was like, thank you, Father, because a lot of times we can become unwavering in our faith because of what's going on around us, what we're reading, what we're hearing, and you get, and oh God, and it just bothers me so much when I hear people worrying about a stimulus check. Bruce, my mind, I turn into the exorcist. My head starts spinning and stuff. And you should be asking yourself, thank you, God, for bringing this up in my mind. You should be asking yourself, where am I financially, right? If I'm depending on a stimulus check, what am I going to do going forward so I never will be in a situation like this again? That if anything like this should ever happen again, it won't catch me with my hand out or my eyes searching for a stimulus check.
What we're even going to do if it was never even a topic.
What we're going to do if it was never even topic. Tell me what you're saying with that.
I mean, people are asking about the stimulus check and wonder
I hope y'all
you
can
know,
hear Bruce.
when they're getting it,
Mhm.
how they're going to spend it and all of that stuff. It was only even a topic because of this COVID-19. If
Exactly.
COVID-19 had never happened, they wouldn't even be talking about no stimulus check.
So Bruce said if COVID-19 had never happened, they wouldn't even be talking about a stimulus check. What would they be doing? That's why I said stillness in the storm. I believe it's a reason why God has allowed all of this to happen. So you can look and say, wait a minute. I'm depending on the government to take care of me and my family. I'm searching the mailbox. I'm searching the bank and keep checking the bank account, looking for if I got a stimulus. Somebody was calling me every other day about a stimulus check, and I said, beloved, please, I love you. But let me say this to you. How does that make you feel that you keep looking for a stimulus check? What, $1,200, $2,400? And oh my God, who was this? One of my clients told me today that he was talking to a guy in Walmart. Listen to this, Bruce. He was talking to a guy in Walmart. And he said they were selling out of TVs because people were buying up TVs with the stimulus check.
So they use it to buy stuff they don't even need.
Buying TVs with the stimulus check, not investing in education, not investing in being a better person, not looking at, let me pay my rent or mortgage in advance. Let me cover down on my bills. Let me put some money in savings just in case, and oh God, that's why I am the way I am. That's why I'm rough the way I am when I talk to people, when I mentor and I coach people, because I understand a lot of times people don't change until they have fire on their backside. Until they have fire on their backside. That's why I work with the willing, not those who I got to press up. I dare not convince people, because I learned a long time ago, a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. I don't convince people. I don't sell people on stuff like that. I educate, I train, I let them know what I can do for them. And if they buy into it, great. If they don't buy into it, great. I'll follow back up with and see where they are, because I have learned during this time, I want to work with the willing. I want to work with people who want things, who want to be better, who are looking to build. That's why God blessed me with quality clients. And I'm not saying this to brag or boast, but babe, I don't work with broke people. And I'm not talking about poor. I'm not talking about poor people. Poor people are passing over opportunity repeatedly. That's what they do. They're broke people. I'm talking about people that I don't work with. Is people who just mind is messed up. You know what I'm saying? They messed up, got bad spending, not really looking to the future, got that cork type of mentality where they just like a cork in the water, just drifting. Those are the people I don't work with those people. I don't, because I had to, what I've learned too in the stillness of the storm is what the Bible says. The poor will always be amongst us. And that today, when that brother told me, he said that in Walmart, the cashier said, Bruce, it was so busy with people buying out TVs, they had to have people to bring the TVs for the up front, so people can practice the social distancing and not swarm the electronics.
That's all they wanted was TV.
That's it. I said, boy, are you playing game? He said, no, Miss Davis, I'm not lying. He said, the guy said they had to bring the TVs up front so people would not be swarming and fighting to get the TVs because they're taking the stimulus check. and buying big screen TVs. Whew. I said, wow. So as I wrap this show up, COVID-19, stillness in the storm. What are you learning? What have you learned? What are you working on? What are you watching? What are you reading? What are you saying out of your mouth? Are you striving to have a better relationship with yourself? Treating yourself right, feeding yourself the right food, educating yourself, working on yourself, being honest with yourself, loving yourself. Do a beauty day. Today, I played around with a little makeup. Some people said I did a damn good job. Thank you. Rocking my natural hair right now, and I got it in a deep condition right now. Just learning new things about myself. Getting into. I love to draw. I love to sing. I love to dance. Discovering those things and reactivating those things about me that I absolutely love, that you will be able to see really, really soon, that I never share with anyone. But I'm going to be the full Jean Marlo Davis and who God has made me to be. And I used to get real, real sad when I would hear things like that people just out there running amok with their money. But now I get glad because I'm working with people who are. See how that changed? How God has blessed me to where I don't have to worry about that, because I'm working with people who are winners, who are go-getters, who say, you know what? I got my stimulus check, but guess what? The stimulus check don't have me, and I'm going to take this money and I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to learn a new craft. If I got to pay money for a consultation to get my business off, to get my idea off, that's what I'm going to do. I've been getting more phone calls. Bruce, drop the phone number right there for people can call. I've been getting more phone calls, and I open up the phones for you, and I want to give you a free 15-minute consult. If you are that person that's in the stillness, that's saying, I want something better, I need something better, I want to walk in my divine authority, I want to be the best version of myself, I don't know what I want to do, Jean, but I need some help. That's the number right there, 678-457-9493, 678-457-9493. Get your free 15-minute consult. Get on the calendar, because the calendar filled up. I'm always on the phone. I need a headset. I need like one of those operators or standing by headsets. And I'm happy that we'll be hiring some people in our call center. I'll say around about, what is this, going into May, around about June, July, Bruce and I have a new call center, and I'm so excited. Watch what I'm saying. You heard it first here, that we're going to be reaching out to people, letting them know that we're hiring. I'm believing that around in the middle of July, we should be good with this COVID crap. I think that we'll be good. It'll be in the heat of the summer, and that'll help burn off this crap. And I think it's going to get better. Guys, continue to keep taking your vitamin C, your vitamin D, drink plenty of water. I even tell you to get the elderberry and the black seed oil. And make sure you take that every day. Let that be your regimen every day. Drink plenty of water. Eat healthy, green, live food. Eat healthy food. Stay away from food that you don't know is food. I don't even want to have to tell you about the video I seen. It involves some dogs, and somebody put them in trunks and chopping them up, calling it a special type of food that you guys like, that Chinese food. Yeah, I seen the video. Oh my God, I don't even talk about it. But, putting real live food in your body, meditating, feeding your spirit. What has happened with me too, back in the day, I used to like scary movies, Bruce. You know that, right? I used to like scary movies. I don't know why. I just really like scary movies. And then as I continued to personally develop myself and the things that I wanted to do, and I said, what am I watching? What am I listening to? What am I reading? I find myself now, of course, I always do my personal development, but for entertainment, I love to watch romantic movies. I watch my British movies, my Nollywood movies. I like to watch action. And I love sci-fi. I'm a sci-fi girl, but I always love watching something to make me laugh. In this time, we need to laugh, laugh, laugh till it hurts. To what they said, when you laugh, you're killing off those free radicals, you're boosting your immune system. So we need to laugh. That's why I said stop entertaining yourself with all this conspiracy theory type videos of what the government is doing, videos of doctors coming on, giving they spiel, videos of this, that, and the other, telling people how to move and all that. Listen, you got to stop feeding yourself stuff that's going to have you scared to death, have you worrying about the future, have you paranoid to even go out and go buy a loaf of bread if your state allow you to get in the streets. You got to work on you. So as I wrap it up, I just want to say that, what I've been learning during this time is that this is a time of reset. I've been learning that the playing field is being leveled. And after this pandemic is over, we will not be behind. We will be ahead. And we got a lot of things, guys, that we're doing and that we're going to help a lot of people. We're going to be hiring. We're going to be training. We're going to be educating people. I'm so excited about what's happening. I'm not sharing everything, but we here in the Tiffis TWC Luck Firm Camp, we're going to work. We in the kitchen cooking like it's stir fry. Ain't it right, babe?
Right.
And so with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Call to get your free 15-minute consult, guys. It's scrolling. If you need coaching, further coaching, go to the luckfirmllc.com. The luckfirmllc.com. Bruce is going to drop it on the screen. Go there, read the experiences, listen to the videos, look at the testimonies, and decide what you want to do. We talked about COVID-19, stillness in the storm. What has this time taught you? What have you been working on? What have you been listening to? What you've been watching? What are you coming to realization of yourself? The conversations that you're having with your kids. Do you even know your kids? Do you even know what they like, what they don't like, what they want? Do you even know how they feel? What about your husband? Have you looked at his needs even deeply and getting to know him more and what he like, what he don't like? Or you just being all the time and complaining all the time and yelling all the time? Or, what about the wife? Or you just want her to be Hazel and cook and clean and break her back and then be ready to lay down and give you what you want, and her needs not being met? Do you rub her feet? Do you comb her hair? Do you scratch her back? Do you tell her you appreciate her? Do you tell your children you appreciate them, they love them? Do you call your family members? Do you call your friends? Do you look yourself in the mirror and say, I appreciate you and you're the best and you can have, you can be, you can do anything and you deserve the very best and you have permission to succeed and you can walk in your divine authority. You don't owe anybody anything, but you owe yourself everything. And that's what it's got to be, being in the stillness of the storm. I feel after the storm, there's always a rainbow. There's always a brighter day. And I believe we're getting ready to come out of the storm and we're getting ready to come into greatness. We're getting ready to see things and do things on another level. No, my dear, no, beloved, it is not going to be business as usual. Because business as usual, how has that been working for you? It hasn't, has it? So now it's time to do something different, to be different, to walk different, to talk different, to explore new things, to go places you never gone before. Now I hear, I told you I'm a sci-fi person. What is that, babe? Star Trek, right? Energize me, so it's time to do that. It is. So I want you to really write those questions down that I asked If you forgot, go back and watch this again. And after you watch it again. And after you watch it, share it a few times and watch it again with them, guys, because this is what we need to be doing in this time of the storm, is going to work. Working on our mind, our body, our soul, working on our spirit, guys, working on our getting ourselves where we want to be, really understanding the dynamics of your life, putting things in perspective, putting things in a decent order, God, family, business, really understanding why you're with the person you're with. Are you happy that you're with them people, or you need to be with another group of people, or you might need to let some people go? But this is the time to really get quiet, to get still, and to start asking questions, seeking and knocking, and really learning that serenity prayer. As I close up, I got the Luck Firm scrolling for you. You can go there and you can get help if you need in your business or whatever you're striving to be. But I'm going to leave you with this serenity prayer as we talked about, and we wrap up COVID-19 stillness in the storm. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. You've been listening to Jean Marlo Davis with the Jean Marlo Davis Show every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you join us every Monday at 7 p.m. Oh, wow. I was going to say, wait a minute, what just happened? Make sure you join us every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Money Madness. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, you share, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for all the updates. My name is Jean Marlo Davis, and remember, I am a wealth creator. You're a wealth creator too, and you can have, be, do anything. Thank you for watching. Take care. You can